All I want to do is sit around and jerk off. Metaphorically, of course. A lot of days I feel that if I could, without being hassled by people or institutions, I would spend my life with pure leisure. I would sleep in, eat too much, move too little, and consume entertainment. My whole life would revolve around this consumption, this pleasure. I would be a hedonist, only valuing pleasure above all else. Now, Marcus Aurelius thought that we had a duty as human beings to not stay in our sheets all day because it wasn't in our nature. We can go suck a dick. Have you ever seen the movie Office Space? The guy finally quits his job and lets himself give in to his true desire of doing nothing, and he loves it. Everything he wanted out of it, he got. He doesn't do work, he just chills. He does nothing but everything he wants. But the ending of the movie always bugged me. He gets another job and presumably goes back to living some mediocre life to be tossed away into obscurity and living his life for the weekend. But there was a girl in the movie. He seemed content with doing nothing, not having a job or anything, until he became more infatuated with this girl. This girl pretty much became his life. If she wasn't there, he would have never gone back to work. He did it for her because his desire for her outweighed his desire for leisure. Does that mean he chose her? He chose to accept responsibility over pleasure? Or does it just mean that the pleasure he gets with her and a job is more than the pleasure he gets without her and no job? I mean, if it's the second one, does that mean that everything we do, every action we take, is it secretly for pleasure? I mean, I could do something selfless, like save a child while endangering my own life. Clearly, that is not for my pleasure or benefit. Unless, of course, I thought in the moment that saving the child and dying would be more overall pleasurable than not saving the child, living and knowing I could have saved the child. I mean, the word pleasure is such a broad description of overall positivity that it can be attributed to pretty much anything. I can find doing the dishes overall pleasurable because it leads to me having a clean house, which gives me pleasure. So, if pleasure can have cause and effect, because clearly it can, then every time I do something I don't want to do, it is actually something I do want to do. That just sounds intuitively wrong. But when you think about it deeper, it really is kind of true. Like, I'm not saying doing the dishes or cleaning your room is particularly pleasurable, but given the context of your options, it might be the most pleasurable thing for you. That's why we do anything, because one way or another, we want to maximize our pleasure to the best we think we can. But this leads to something larger. If I just want to jerk off all day long, metaphorically, of course, then why don't I do that? Responsibilities is the answer. Responsibilities are just roundabout hidden avenues of pleasure. But if we could choose our responsibilities so that we can make what we do based off what we claim we want to do, is it because we don't want to do it? Like secretly there is a part of us that doesn't think accomplishing steps to do that thing that we claim to do and then doing it is not the most pleasurable thing for us? So I don't want to jerk off all day metaphorically even though I claim and imagine I do? I don't know. These are just some thoughts. Let me know what you think. I know that's really unsatisfying, and it doesn't seem like I commit to anything. But that's because it's not important. It's the ideas that are. Now, say, for the sake of the argument, I am arguing that we are all undeniably hedonists, and all that we care about is pleasure, and every action we consider a responsibility or against our self-interest is actually what we consider to be the most pleasurable possible decision within whatever limited context it may be. It's really all chasing pleasure. It's just that there might be a perceived cause and effect of doing something unpleasurable or unperceived, doing something unpleasurable to get something pleasurable that would still net what our brain perceives to be the most possible pleasurable outcome. Let me know.